Well, hello everyone and welcome back. Glad you could join me for another excursion into the world of saving money at Harbor Freight. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Harbor Freight Spring Black Friday sale, the updated version of the Spring Black Friday sale. Because as you know, most of my viewers know, but if you're new here, you may not know, a few weeks ago, like last month some point, I did the Harbor Freight Spring Black Friday sale, a leaked version. We're going to be looking at both these sales today in this video, and we're going to be doing a comparison, a split screen comparison between the leaked version and the latest version of this flyer. Because like I always point out to you guys, the leaked version is like a sneak peek. It is not the final version of it. And this year, Harbor Freight decided to be funny and actually play some mind games with their shoppers, where basically, I know some of you guys might be saying, well, wait a minute. I already went to the store. I got the flyer. I have the final version. I don't need to watch your video. Well, yes, you do, my friend, because the thing is, Harbor Freight put out only a 4-page flyer, same as the leaked version, for the longest time. And then I always warn you guys, at the last minute, they always add more stuff. And that's exactly what they've done, and that's exactly what I'm going to show you in this digital flyer that I just got. They added 2 extra pages to the flyer. But if they just added 2 pages to it, that would be super easy, barely an inconvenience. I just say, look at the 2 pages, and we're done. But that's not the way Harbor Freight likes to roll. No. They completely changed around the entire flyer, where everything's been moved around to accommodate the extra 2 pages of stuff that they put in there. So it's not just 2 additional pages, it's the entire flyer has been changed. Because I did go to the store just a few days ago to get some stuff that I needed, and I did pick up the flyer since I was there, and it is pretty much the same as the original leaked version of the flyer. But this one that I'm going to show you today is completely different. So anyway, if you want to see this new digital version or the old one, whatever you prefer, you can see them at my flyer. There's a domain right there. Type that into your browser, head on over there under the Extras tab. Just click that, and then you can find this new digital version of the flyer with all the updates in it. And you can check that out and compare it to the previous Spring Black Friday. Or if you have a paper version in your hand, you can compare it to the one that you have in your hand, and you're going to see a lot of new stuff added in. So let's get into it. Let's take a look at this flyer and see everything that Harbor Freight decided to add it in. And one little thing to point out before we get started. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I'm glad you were able to find the channel and you made it here. But one thing to point out, I keep getting some comments where people keep saying I'm going too slow and they want me to speed it up. I do these videos the way my viewers enjoy seeing it. I've been told from my viewers they want me to go slow and steady and go through all the different details. So that's what I'm going to do. If you want to go faster, if you think I'm going too slow, then all you have to do is use the fast forward button on the viewer down below, and that way you can get to the area that you want more information on, and you can skip through the other stuff. If you want to have even more fun watching this video, then change the speed on the YouTube viewer, and that way you can watch the video and listen to me talking like a chipmunk, and that way you can go even faster. So there you go. That's one good way to have some fun with the video. So let's get into all these flyers. These are available at my website. Like I said, they're both there. Let's take a look and see what is available. And in case you're not aware, for whatever reason, this flyer is in effect next week starting on Monday, April 7th. From the 7th until the 10th, all the Inside Track Club people get in, they have early access. From the 11th through the 14th, everyone else has access to it. So then you can go in starting on Friday and get all the items that you see in this flyer, whatever it is that you want to take advantage of. So let's do a comparison and see what is available and what they change from one to the other. We start off here with the stuff in the yellow first, and that is pretty much consistent. You have your flashlight there, your magnet, your gloves, the wrench set, the anti-fatigue mat, the tie downs. That is still pretty much all consistent. Then you get down further and you see that they started moving things around. You have your 56-inch roll cap, that is still there. You have your 5,000 watt Predator right there. The inverter generator is still there. But the Avanti and the Earth Auger got moved down, and they put up here this guy, which was further down here, the 12,000 pound winch. They moved it further up above the fold, as they used to say in the old days. And there you go, they moved it up. So basically that is moved around, but still pretty much the same. As far as the big discounts, they're still pretty much the same. 35% off on all your Icon pliers, screwdrivers, and hammers. 35% off on all jack stands. And remember, that says right there, all jack stands. So it includes Daytona and Pittsburgh as well. And 50% off on all welding wire, rod tips, etc. That's all still pretty much the same. The Avanti, they moved it from up here down there, same as the Earth Auger. They moved it further down below the fold. I guess they thought it didn't matter as much. You still have right there your Pittsburgh 3-ton floor jack. That is still there. They just kind of changed the picture a little bit. Still 90 bucks. And in case you're curious, you haven't watched my videos and you don't know this, let me just tell you that everything with the red bubble pretty much tells you that it is the best price of the year so far. So if you want to know if something is a good price in this flyer, there you go. The red bubble tells you it's the best price so far this year. Doesn't mean it's the best price ever. Just means the best price so far this year. So there you go. And let's see, we still have the Bauer electric pressure washer. That guy is still right there. And the Icon seat, that guy is still there. The electric pole saw, that guy is still right there as well. So a little bit of moving around on the first page. Not too bad. Everything is still pretty much the same. The cable ties, the box cutter, the drills, the flag, the case, and the batteries all pretty much still there. And there we go with the water-resistant tarp. The sprayer, they added one in. That green guy is not in the old one. The big sprayer is still there. The spray nozzle, the hose, and the electric fly swatter is still there. But the plier set is gone. It's not there. Maybe we'll find it further on down, but it's not there right now. So let's see. How about as far as the Predators go? On the Predator generators, we have the 4375 gas-powered portable generator. That's a new one. That is not in the previous flyer, so they added that one in. The 13,000 watt generator, that one is still there, so that's copied over from the previous one. And these two guys, the 9500 and the 3500, are still there. 1800 bucks and 600, that is all still there. And they added some motors over here which were not there before. This guy, the 6.6 horsepower, was not there before. That's been added in. This 6.5 horsepower, that one was there previously. And the semi-trash water pump, that was there. And the chipper shredder, that guy was there as well. Now, these other guys, we have a little bit of moving around stuff over here. We have the utility cart, that guy is still there. The pressure washer, still right there, 68 bucks. That is a really good price. If it's something you're interested in, that is a good price right there. Even though it's not in the red bubble because it's not the lowest this year, but it's still a good price. So that's not too bad. Now the Avanti sprayer, that is down here. That is still right there. They moved the cart down here. The lawnmower, that was not there before, so that's a new addition if you want to get an electric mower from Atlas. 235 bucks. That is a new one right there. You can get that one tool only. Keep in mind, you got to get the batteries and chargers separately, so keep that in mind. This guy right here, the 1/2 inch by 50 automatic drain cleaner, that was not there before, so that's a new addition. 300 bucks for that guy right there, 100 bucks you can save. So let's see, the chainsaw, I don't see that over here. Maybe it'll come up later, but I don't see it. Maybe they took it out. I don't know. We'll find out. Right there, you have the pop-up canopy and the portable garage. Those guys are still there. And they seem to have moved the welding stuff. So that's not there right now. They moved it probably further on down. We'll see that later. In the yellow stuff, we still have the 1,000-pound capacity dolly, the electric tape, the wheel, the box cutter, the painter's tool, and they changed this guy right here. The ammo can is not there. Probably moved on somewhere further on down. Now you got a 25-foot, 4,000 PSI kink-resistant pressure washer hose. There you go. That's a new addition for 20 bucks right there. Normally 25, so that's been added in. Now, this one, the page is completely out of order, so let's move on down over here. Let's see what there we go. This guy is down here now. So here you have the pry bar set, the shop towels, the bungee cords, the magnetic parts holder, and a jack now. That's a new addition. That was not there before. Before you had the magnetic hooks. That one has been taken out. And now you got the breaker bar. That is still there as well. So down here, we still have the 30-inch tech cart. That is still right there, 170 bucks. You have the 3-ton low-profile jack. You get that one right there as reach, the long reach jack. That one is still there. And the dollies, that is still there as well. But now they added this 2-ton jack. That was not there before. So that's been added in. And you still have the Badlands winch, the 9500, that's still there. The 5000, that is still there. But all this stuff has been moved around. These guys were moved down here. We'll look at that in a minute. But let's see, those guys are gone. But now you have some LED lights. So that was not there before. Those have been added in now from RoadShock and RoadShock Edge. The 3-inch LED with side light, the pair, for 75 bucks, normally 85. You got spot or flood. And then the 4-inch LED road lights. You get the spotlight or spot flood combo. There you go, for 80 bucks. Normally 105, so you save 25 bucks on that guy. So now you got some LED lights to choose from that were not there before. And before we keep going too far into this flyer, do me a great big favor and hit that subscribe button if you want to stay informed every time I make one of these great videos covering all sorts of information from Harbor Freight, Home Depot, Lowe's, Amazon, or any other great place. I always look for ways to save you guys money and keep you guys informed. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and that way you'll get notified every time another video comes out. Be sure to hit that bell icon or you won't get the notification. So thanks for doing that. Let's move along. So here we are. All the Pittsburgh stuff from here has been moved further down. So you still have the 2-ton folding shop crane. That is still there, 310 bucks. The 6,500-pound capacity portable ramp still there, 45 bucks. The jump starter from Viking still there, 65 bucks. Now they added a couple of things. Here you go. The Braun 10,000 lumens light, that is down here. They moved it up here. And the ramp set, that one I don't think was there at all. Here you go with the 1,000-pound capacity ramp set from Hallmaster for 50 bucks. That is now in the flyer. So you can get that next week. And what about the other stuff? Here you go. They added a couple of things for the Icon. Well, not a couple. They added one. You still have the Master ball joint set. That is still there. That's 180 bucks. But this guy was not in the previous one. So the tap and die set, 41 pieces, 120 bucks right now. That has been added in. So if you're looking for that, you can get that one now. Now, let's see. Down here, let's see. Well, you see right there, we're pretty much at the end of that old flyer, but we're still going on this one. So let's see. Here we have in the yellow, we still have the gloves. We still have this light here, which I always like to point out in case you're not aware. I did a review of this light when it first came out a few years ago. It's not that good a light, and it's not that bright either. It's a little flimsy in the design, but the lighting is not that great. I compared it to a light from Walmart that was actually 1,000 lumens. This one is 1,250, and the Walmart light was even brighter. So I don't really always trust the numbers that Harbor Freight likes to put out. So bear that in mind. Do your own comparison if you want. And there you go. If you want some blade fuses, you can get those guys still there. The triple ball trailer hitch, there you go, still there. The metal power strip, still there. And the wrench and socket set, still there. That one is all there. And apparently they moved the magnetic hooks from up here. There you go. They moved it down here. There you go. These are all new items that are not in the previous one. So they moved this. And there's your plier set right there. They moved it from up above. They moved it down here. Now, let's see. Where is all this other stuff? Oh, there we go. It's right there. All the Yukon stuff. Here we have this new stuff. But anyway, first of all, let's look at the new stuff that was added in. You can get your magnetic paper towel holder. That was not in the previous one. You can get this for 8 bucks. Your 30-bin wall mount parts rack, 15 bucks. That's new. And your adjustable wrench and your 3-piece adjustable wrench. So new stuff added right there across the board there. And on the Yukon stuff, pretty much the same stuff. Your 48-inch workbench, still there. 5-tier shelving, that is still there. This guy, they changed the color, but it's still the same guy. The 46-inch 9-drawer mobile storage cabinet, 300 bucks. There you go. They generally show the picture of the black guy, but they showed the picture of the red one this time. So they decided to be different. There you go. Now, the shop vac, we saw that previously over here. There you go. That guy is right there. They moved it down here. This guy for the Bauer has been added in because that was not there. The 3-gallon, 3-horsepower peak wet-dry shop vac for 30 bucks. That is a new guy there. This guy, the modular rolling toolbox, was already there. They moved it down here. This is also new. The 32-inch steel adjustable sawhorse, that was not there before. So now you can get that guy for 50 bucks. These two are not in the previous flyer. You can look through it all you want. You're not going to find them. It's not in there. So looks like they added those guys in. So now you can get the 34-inch by 23 6-drawer full bank service cart. You can get that guy for 500 bucks. That's a new item. And this guy right here. And when I say new, I mean new to the sale, not a new item in stock. New to the sale. So there you go. You can get this guy, the mobile service tray. You can get that guy for 88 bucks. There you go. That was not in the previous sale. So that's something new. Now, let's see, the Pittsburgh and the Quinn. Those were also there before. There's the Quinn right there. The Master Technician tool set, 428 pieces. You can get that for 300 bucks. And the Mechanics tool set, 301 pieces. There you go, from Pittsburgh, 170 bucks. That is still there as well. But this guy has been added in. The tool set with case, 130 pieces for 30 bucks. That was not there before. So that one is a new one that they just added in. Now these cases also, this one has been added in. This one was already there before. Let's see, where was it? Right there. There you go. There is your 9800 weatherproof protective case. That one is still right there. This one was not there before. At least I don't remember it. So there you go, the 4800 weatherproof protective case. That one you can get for 40 bucks right now. Normally 60, so that's 20 bucks you save. So that's not too bad. These guys all right here have also been added in. So now you have the 800-pound capacity hand truck from Franklin. That is not anywhere in this previous flyer. I certainly do not see it. So now you can get the hand truck for 65 bucks. If you want the 36 by 24 industrial polypropylene service cart, that was also not in the previous one. You can get it now for 90 bucks. It used to be 130, so that's 40 bucks you save. And the steam cleaner kits right here were not in the previous flyer. So now you have the Grant's 1200 watt handheld steam cleaner. You can get that guy for 25 bucks, normally 40. Or the Central Machinery 1500 watt steam cleaner for 90 bucks, normally 130. Now, to me, this one seems like a much better value. I mean, 1200 versus 1500, I don't think it'll make that much of a difference unless it has a lot of additional extra stuff that I'm not aware of. It seems to be this is a better value. I mean, you get the steam cleaner, it's only 25 bucks. Why pay an extra 40 bucks more or something like that for an extra 300 watts? It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. But like I said, maybe there's something missing there I'm not aware of. But right off the bat, from what I see here, I would go with the 1200 watt. If there's a major difference between the two, you can point it out in the comments down below. Let me know what I'm missing. But so far, that's my opinion on that one. Now, all this stuff here, now the ammo box, is that the one from before? Yes, it is. That's the same ammo box we saw previously. So that guy has been moved down here, but all this other stuff is been added in. This is all new. All this other stuff below it seems to be the same stuff. So now you can get the 31-inch PVC folding sawhorse. You can get that guy for 10 bucks. The 150-pound capacity foldable hand truck, 25 bucks for that guy. The fully polished SAE and metric combination wrench set, 32 pieces for 17 bucks. That's a new addition. And the half-inch drive front wheel drive axle lock nut socket set, 7 pieces, 40 bucks for that guy, normally 60. And the 100-foot 14 by 3 gauge indoor-outdoor extension cord, 35 bucks, normally 43. So all those are new additions. Now all this down here, like I said, you see it right there, still pretty much the same. The safety glasses, the drill, the clamp, the hammers, the drill, which is a pretty good deal, actually, if you stop and think about it. I mean, a 12-volt cordless 3/8-inch drill with battery and charger for 15 bucks, that is really a good deal. Normally 20. I don't think you're going to find it cheaper than 15 anyway. I mean, probably not even Amazon. I don't, maybe if you go to like Temu or something like that, maybe on Temu you can find it cheaper. But most of the other places, I don't think so. And your sandpaper, that kind of thing. Temu tends to be like dirt cheap. I haven't gotten anything from Temu yet. Maybe I will at some point, but I don't know. I just don't trust it. It just seems too cheap to me. I'm afraid it's going to be like Wish, that things look good when you're looking at on the website, and then when you get it, it's like a tiny little whatever it is. Like you think you're going to get a big drill, and then it tends to be a little toy drill. You never can tell. I've heard a lot of weird stories about Wish, so I don't even mess with that. So anyway, let's look at the Hercules stuff. The Hercules stuff is right here, much smaller before. Now they made it bigger. So you still got your 12-inch dual bevel compound miter saw right there, 300 bucks, that's still there. Your portable thickness planer, that guy is still there as well. Your SDS hammer, that guy's right there, 170. And your little palm sander right there, also 40 bucks. But this guy has been added in. The 20-volt brushless cordless 1/2-inch ultra torque impact wrench with friction ring tool only. So you have to have the battery and charger, or you're going to need to buy it separately. So this guy is $175 right now, normally $190, so you save $15. So there you go. This guy has been added in. Now let's look at the Bauer stuff and see what they changed over here. Now this guy is still right there, the 20-volt brushless cordless 1/2 inch high torque impact wrench kit with a 5 amp hour battery and charger. Now this guy is a better value than the Hercules as far as I'm concerned, because I mean 175, it's this one may be a tiny bit stronger, but for doing stuff around the house, this is a great deal because it's cheaper and it brings the battery and charger included, so it's a better value. So, you do your own comparison. But there you go, the drill driver is still right there. The reciprocating saw, that's been added in. Now that's a 10 amp variable speed reciprocating saw, not a 20 volt, so you got to plug it into the wall. $35 for this guy, normally $55, so that's like $20, 36% off. The polisher sander, still there, the same guy from before. And this guy, the 8.5 amp rocker switch impact wrench for $50, still there. And the shop vac, we saw that previously. Over here, they moved it around. They moved that guy. There it is. It's up here. It used to be further down here. So they kind of split up the Bauer section into two areas. They give you a bigger one here and then a little tiny one up above. So that guy is still there. And this guy was right there. What they did do is they added all this stuff right here has been added in. So you got a couple of batteries now. The 1.5 amp for $20. The 3 amp for $35, normally $60, so that's a good reduction there. There you have the cordless impact driver. You can get this guy for $60, normally $70, so that's about $10 you save. And this guy does come with a battery and charger included. And one thing to watch out for when you're looking at this guy, they do have two different versions of this. They have the variable speed impact wrench, and they have the 3-speed, which is what this guy is. So make sure you're getting the one that you want. Don't think it's one when it's actually the other. Check and see, make sure it's the one you want. And then down here we got the Warrior snuck in a little corner right there. The 10 amp 7-inch variable speed rotary polisher sander for $33. Then you got the Bauer oscillating multi-tool, $30 for that guy. Another SDS hammer from Bauer at $65. And the 10 amp deep cut variable speed bandsaw from Bauer for $90, normally $110. That's $20 you save, and that's not a bad price if it's something that you're interested. The cheapest I've ever seen this guy go down is $86, and that was like 2 years ago, and that was for ITC members. So $90 for everybody, that is a pretty good price if it's something that you're looking to buy. So let's see, let's move down and see what other stuff they have. In the yellow right here, pretty much about the same stuff. We got the heat gun there, we got the flashlight, and then we have a rotary tool where before it was a stud finder. So I guess they took that guy out. You still have the brush, and you got the adjustable wrenches right there that we saw earlier. Now they put down here the compact router for $30, and your Raptor square, that guy's right there. And we saw these guys previously, so I'm not going to bother with that. But all this stuff has been added in as well. There you go with the purple spray gun for $10, the green spray gun for $30, an air tool accessory kit, 17 pieces for $8, some tie down, $17, some pigskin gloves for $4, and the TV mount for $30. Now let's take a look at the compressors. Where are the compressors? Oh, there they are. Here we go. These guys are still there. They did make some changes to the McGraw though. So first of all, let me point out, these guys, the Earthquake XD is still right there. Your Merlin air hose reel, still right there. On the compressors, though, you still have your Fortress, the 27-gallon and the 26-gallon, 200 PSI and 175 PSI. Either one, 350. Those guys are still there. You have your 3-gallon oil-free air compressors, Hot Dog or Pancake, $50, still there. Now they added in this guy, the 6-gallon 150 PSI oil-free Pancake job site air compressor for $100, normally $130, so that's $30 you save. This 21-gallon is still right there from before, and now they added this guy, the 8-gallon 150 PSI oil-free horizontal shop auto air compressor for $130. That was not there before, so that's a new addition. Now let's see the welders. Here they are. There are the welders. And you still have pretty much the same stuff, but they added a bunch of welding helmets. So you still have right here the Flux 125. There you go, still $95. There you have the Easy Flux 125. That guy's still there, 120. The Unlimited 200. That guy is still right there. The modular welding table still there as well. But now you got actually 4 helmets you can pick from. The 7 square inch auto darkening welding helmet from Titanium, $60, normally $80. Now you got the red design auto darkening welding helmet for $40, normally $50. And the Vulcan 10.1 inch arc safe for $100, normally $140. And down here you have your standard auto darkening welding helmet for $30, normally $40. So that has been all added in, which was not there before. So that's a lot of new stuff they added in there. You see right there, none of it is there previously. So that's not too bad. And let's see, what else? Did we miss anything or did we cover everything? I think we covered everything. Also down here in the yellow, you also have the 6,000 lumens rechargeable waterproof LED spotlight for $40. You need some funnels. There you go, 4 for 96 cents. You need some trucker chains, $25 right there. A hand riveter, $15 right now. And a polypropylene dolly for $25. Those were all added in. And this guy as well, I forgot to mention that guy. The 100-pound capacity welding cart, $35 right now. That was added in. That was not there before. So let me just scroll back here and make sure I didn't miss anything, but I think I got pretty much everything covered. And also the 78% off sale. Remember, they always have a table or something somewhere where they have a lot of open box, as is, discontinued, closeout, factory reconditioned, scratch and dent. Some people like those. You may be able to get an item, something that you're looking for at a great price. Check that out in the store. See if there's something that you may want to take a look at there. But I think that is pretty much the entire flyer there. I think we covered all the new stuff that was added in for the 2 additional pages that they added to the flyer. So there you go, guys, the new and the old. You can check it out at my website anytime that you like. Hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.